Hello everybody, it's just me, Dusty Circuit here for another, I guess, impromptu video. And, I am on the Ultimate Survival World because, actually several days ago, we've kind of reached sort of the end of the time that this map is gonna be, open. And for this period, creative mode, like more just for the purposes so we can fly around and just kind of explore this map. And if we want to also take lightmatics of builds that we want to keep. And this is a really fun, this is a really, I guess I'm calling it an event because it's like a temporary, thing, but it lasted for about a month. And, well, part of me kind of wishes I would have, like, maybe spent more time in this, but, it's just due to the way I typically play this game, like for about a whole week, I kind of, like, I couldn't go to the Nether because, it was decided that we're going into the Nether as a group. And, well, and due to my whole hyperfixation on, like, redstone and automation, and especially item sorters, I just kind of saw that as partially a hindrance, but I guess looking back, I could have just maybe, well, if I really needed to have item sorting, I could have just gotten one of those mods that, like, sort chests for you. And probably, like, if we do another one of these in the future, this is probably what I'm going to do going forward. Like, just so I can actually play the game and I should enjoy it the way I like it to play it. Or that's how I would approach a similar situation in the future. But there's so much to explore in this world that it's kind of like building, like there isn't really much point to it. And, but as for what I've been doing, or like for what kind of schematics I've been taking, like the very first thing I did was, basically the entire ocean area, I took a lightmatic of it because, I still kind of have this hyperfixation on, like, underwater, building, even though I've made, I guess, 2 underwater bases so far, and, well, I guess actually 3, because I did make an underwater base in, like, my first, like, successful survival world that I had before joining the old community that I lost to. Unfortunately, I lost to my own stupidity because I chose to load the world in a snapshot because I guess I was watching Etho's Let's Play at the time, and I didn't know any better, and I didn't know how I didn't know how to back up my world, so I just tempted fate and I lost my survival world because I loaded it in one of the snapshots that that have game breaking bugs. But anyway, I basically this entire ocean I got a Lightmatic of, but I ended up taking 2 more just because I attempted to get the entire ocean in one Lightmatic, but even with my render distance cranked all the way up to 32 chunks and my and I also have the Bobby mod, which allows me to load more chunks, at least on my end, than what the server's view distance is set to. Like, even with that, I don't think I was even able to get this entire ocean. Or at least the entire deep part of it with all the crazy coral and underwater structures. But just part of me is just begging to be able to build some kind of crazy underwater base in this. Like maybe remove the ocean temple and build some kind of crazy underwater base here. Like, or at least in the middle, in this middle section of where all this coral is. So that's why I did that. And the reason I have shaders turned off now is the Bobby mod does not work with shaders. Or at least Jake let me know that's the case. And so if I want to have more than 10 chunks of view distance, I have to disable shaders, unfortunately, but it's probably gonna, like, if like running shaders and 32 chunks is probably be a bit hard on my computer anyways, even though, like, because if any of you have seen like my very first like that update video I made about like my very first at least Minecraft gameplay experience using my new computer, well, my first video I made after I upgraded my CPU, you've seen the frame rate I would be getting in a normal survival world. Like, I think I set it to 16 chunks there. But even in here, I'm getting 100 FPS at 16 chunks, but I believe in a normal survival world, I would be getting at least like 300 to 400 FPS right now. But this world is a little bit on the demanding side. But I believe at 32 chunks, that sometimes I would dip to 60 FPS. Which, I mean, is still not terrible, but considering considering the specs of my computer, it's kind of shows how demanding this world actually is. I'm looking for a bed somewhere. There we go. And the purpose of this video is more to just to kind of show, it's more just kind of an outro to this series. Even though it never really was much of a series, I didn't make that many videos here. But more just, I guess, just to everyone who didn't explore the entire world, I might show, this is just to maybe give people a opportunity to see more of what this world has to offer. I don't know if I'll even be able to fly through the entire world in this video, but I also got a light manic of this ship as well as another ship. It has actually, believe it or not, possibly given me an idea for something I could do to my base on Midgard. Though I'm more thinking shipwreck than like an actual ship on the surface. And I also got this one over here. I believe I actually took a schematic of the desert temple. And, I mean, right now I don't have a whole lot of them, but probably before, at least before this world goes away, I'm going to kind of just go through the whole thing and like any builds that look interesting. I'm probably going to go and take Lightmatics of. That's loud. Kind of strange. Oh, we should turn these off just so there's not so much screen clutter. Yeah, there's just builds like this, kind of just in different parts of the map, and it's just the fact that they even have like diagonal buildings here just leaves me in awe. Because that's something I never even attempted to do in my builds. Holy goats. Not sure why there's so many there, but okay. Like 300, maybe 400. Wow. And another goat mosh pit over here, apparently. I'm just speechless to probably most, if not everything in this world. Just crazy. And like if you're a player, like just like even if you're just exploring this casually, like you're not flying around like I am. It's just endless. Or at least it seems like. And I'm not seeing that in this area, but there's also just endless like amounts of chest loot to grab too. Though that's because this is the version of this map that is for waste. I think I remember Abby saying this map was made for like 25 people. So it says that explains the large amounts of loot. I'm not like, finding a ton in this build. I'm not really looking the right spots, or this area doesn't have a ton. Well, I know an area that has more. Over there. And yes, I actually did map out the entire world on Gyros minimap. And I think that was even before we got creative. I'm not sure if I would have used the magnetic force field or the elytra to do it. I think maybe elytra, but probably also the force field. Oh yeah, and this is an arena that we believe Abby wanted to do some sort of PvP tournament here, but not sure if that'll happen now. And this world is just so cool that I'm just begging at least for some areas of it to be featured for Wreck-It Wednesday. It's just insane. That's just the one flaw with this item. It's you can't fly very far above the ground, and you're just gonna be, well, especially if you're flying through forests, you're gonna be bumping into everything. And looks like I can sleep here. Good. Yeah, even small builds like that impress me in this world. Well, that's where my home base area is. I want to go to. There's a mansion or woodland mansion over here, but of course, this being the ultimate survival world, this is not a normal woodland mansion. Just a Elytra over here. No way I'm getting up this mountain with that force field, or at least easily. And in this build, there were like just a couple of rooms that were just nothing but chests. And I'm sure I remember where they were, and of course they've been mostly picked through by now. Oh yeah, it's these rooms. Yeah, like I didn't even know they kept going on and on and on. And we also got spider spawners in here. If you're wondering what this, like why I'm like zipping around the walls like that is because I apparently have a wall running enchantment on my boots. It's part of the mods we're using. We have a few new enchantments. And well, before I end this, I'd like to show at least a few more areas. So I believe at least in one of the I believe in one of the mansions we actually made like I don't know if I'll be able to show that, but well, there was an XP farm made, I think, out of one of the spawner rooms. I don't know if I can find it though. Well, here we are at the Vindicator farm. So it's really nothing that much special. I think like Nin, I might have thrown this together. And I also made a skeleton farm. But I gotta wait for TP timer to run out. Well, I guess while we wait, I guess we could fly around the mansion some more. Yeah, this is just, apparently I had discovered these two. There's one area on this side and another on this side with the dual skeleton spawners. And I just had to make a farm out of one of them. And actually quite a few skaters ended up using this farm. And, well, because I was kind of mad at the whole decision for, like, the skeleton farm on the normal, Vanaheim server to not have auto-sorting, I was just like, well, screw it, I'm putting auto-sorting in this farm, even though it's the farm that's gonna be deleted in a little bit. But it's not just because I'm hyperfixated on redstone. I want to have a certain amount of quality of life features in every farm I use, and that just auto sorting just happens to be one of them. But unfortunately, at least for me anyway, the community gets the say in most things here, not me. But yeah. Anyway. And then this also is up there with some of the coolest builds in this world. It's that noise. I can't be bothered to just keep digging around for that. Unfortunately, it decided to start thunderstorming. So if I can't find a bed soon, I might turn off shaders. I guess before I wrap this video up, I'll just maybe fly over some of the other areas for you. Pretty cool dead desert village here. And these oases are pretty cool. And this mesa area is also very cool. Especially these big train tracks, and there also are trains here. Well, I'm actually flying towards one of them. Like that's one, that's one train. And apparently two villagers are stuck in there. And then there's just this big train track that just goes around, basically around the whole biome. And also with these big bridges. And then there's another train over here. And even just the terrain, like the terrain, the details are pretty amazing. And I like these cranes here. Those are pretty cool. And also kind of in the middle of the mesa, you have like this other village here. Or mesa, savanna biome. And also this is pretty neat. Ooh, this is neat. If they built all of this house here, that's pretty impressive. Or probably more likely claimed it, but still, even if it wasn't that their work, it's pretty cool. And I do have a home base that I set up over here. But I just never really put the time into playing on this world, so I don't really, like, my plan was to build some kind of base, or, like, at least I have my essential, this is my food farm. It just takes bone meal and makes crops for food. But I had a plan to There was a spawner area here that was looking to turn into a XP farm, but we have the skeleton XP farm, so there wasn't much need. And I think I would have had plans to make a storage room, but I just never got around to it. And probably, to be frank, it's probably not necessary for this world. Considering it's only going to be around, supposed to be around for a month. Still find it hilarious that there's so many goats there. Yeah, it's like basically like it's like there's in these mountains there's like large swaths like with no animals around, and then you have places like this that are just absolutely filled with goats. So it's kind of crazy. And there's this mountain village. I don't know if it's supposed to be Japanese or Chinese or what. But it's still pretty cool. Same way with every single build there is here. And even all this detail of like how like the snow kind of meeting the water, how it kind of turns into ice and eventually it just gives way to ocean. And we have the Viking village over here. Yeah, just seeing all this kind of makes me want to at least try to make my own base on Midgard more detailed than it is. Not sure if I've seen this area before. Cool. And I'm also aware this map also has a whole lore behind it, but I've never watched the Let's Play of this world. In fact, like, but I mean, just seeing, like, just taking it all in, and just admiring, like, all the time that and effort that would have gone into making this map. It's just insane. Well, I guess we'll we'll look at the Nether, the end, and the Deep Dark now. Looks like someone never finished destroying that tree. And we actually did get to see this before on one of my videos. Well, it was the video when we first all went to the Nether as a group. But being able to see all this from the sky as well is also pretty insane. Yeah, I don't think I even got to see the entire Nether. I'm pretty sure this entire, this is literally the entire Nether right here. Basically just a big cave. that's about this big. That's still very cool. And I could just, I kind of want to like stay around these areas longer just to take everything in, but I also don't want my video to be 3 hours long. Oh wow. Apparently that was all the nether biomes. Oh, I guess let's go to the end. And this is where we fought the dragon. And these ships alone are like pretty cool. Never been here, so like I wonder if there's anything over this direction. It's possible it's just nothing but empty space. Oh, there's another ship. Seems like really the only major structure here, apart from the island, is this looks like this custom end city. Which is pretty cool. I wonder what actually, like, I've noticed a few structures actually have like a sound to them, but I'm wondering what's making that sound. And last but not least, we have the deep dark. Though really actually getting into the deep dark is quite something, because we have this massive tunnel, well it's very long, that really just extends out from either end. Well, you can see it on the map. And also, I thought this tunnel goes around the entire map, but I guess it doesn't. And, this is, the deep dark, or the ancient city, whatever you want to call it. I mean, this so big that, like, I can't, like, even really fully see it with with my shaders. And this is what it looks like without my shaders. And, yeah, there's a warden in there. Also in there. I don't know if there were wardens also in here, but I'm not sure. There probably were. And just like everything on this map, everything's immensely detailed. And in some cases also huge. And there's probably might have missed a few areas, but at least this is all the major parts of this map covered, or at least showcased in my video. And I'm very glad that I'm very glad that Obby actually really insisted that we kind of host this map. I think it would have been Obby and MC Rocks that really advocated for this, and I'm really glad they did. And like, well, and like, despite my sort of skepticism about how we're supposed to pace through the map, all the rules we kind of had to follow just to make the experience fair for everyone. But I really had fun in this world. And going through this kind of makes seeing everything in creative mode makes me kind of wish I might have spent a little more time in this when it was still in survival. But there's another thing I've kind of failed to mention in the beginning of the video, which was I also just kind of got hyper fixated on other projects. Like, for instance, I'm designing I'm in the middle of designing a new end base for Midgard, among other things, which has kind of largely distracted me from playing here. But I'm still kind of happy I at least participated in this as much as I did, and I'm happy we also got the opportunity to fly around this map in creative mode. And at least before this gets shut down, I'm going to maybe try to get as many Lightmatics as I can, or at least I reasonably can, and at least some parts of this map I probably could savor forever. But anyway, thank you all for watching. And this has been me, Dusty Circuit here. Not sure if this is going to be my last video on the Ultimate Survival World, but it might be. And let's thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit here, and if you liked what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And peace out. Bye.